Hello, and welcome to PSYWAR, a weekly podcast of the 8th Psychological Operations Group, Airborne, where we give people an inside look at the Psychological Operations Regiment.
Welcome back to PSYWAR. I'm your host, Chris Churchill, and on this episode, we will be hosting 3 PSYOP soldiers who made the transition from signal to psychological operations. If you're currently serving in signal and you're considering making the transition, this episode is for you. And sir, I imagine you had a completely different experience in Europe. So where all did you end up going in Europe on that rotation? Like, what were some of the things that you were doing there?
Sure. So I was I kind of bounced around a little bit when I was on my Europe rotation. I spent a good deal of time in Germany, but we were also shutting down a team in one country in the Balkans and then trying to open up opportunities in others. While we were there, we were primarily doing countering disinformation that primarily propagated out of Russia, and then additionally supporting NATO efforts to really expand their operations into that region, which has been historically kind of denied to them. My experience was a whole lot different than that. When I was still a signaleer, my first deployment was to Afghanistan, and really that was just life on the FOB, and you leave every once in a while to go on a mission, but you primarily spend your time within those 4 walls. In Europe, it was almost unlimited freedom of movement. We were allowed, we worked real hard while we were there, but there's time off and opportunities to travel. I didn't carry a gun the entire deployment. They largely stayed locked up in the arms room. Because some of the areas you go, they're not all war-torn regions. So a lot of opportunity as well for personal fulfillment. I had tons of opportunities to see parts of the world I normally wouldn't.
Absolutely. All while on a deployment.
Too. Yeah, exactly. It was a really unique opportunity, and definitely a huge difference between my first deployment to my third, just kind of quality of life in general.